Today we speak to King Henry VIII. Actually, it is David Smith, one of the 9 workshop leaders of historic workshops. These leaders provide the re-enactment of many famous historic characters to the children. In fact, the workshops deliver 14 different workshops from the Stone Age to World War II. David has given most generously of his time for this video by explaining his perspectives of working in schools. Indeed, what artefacts are made available to children, their opportunity to reenact as well. He also shares his personal view on how this helps children learn in understanding these historic characters and events.
Do I not sought to end the corruption in the monasteries where you, sir, you will go to the monasteries to seek absolution by paying good coin to see the blood of Christ?
David, welcome to the Nate YouTube site, and I'm delighted to see you all dressed up in your part. I hope you're pleased to be here today.
Yeah, I'm over the moon to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Okay, great. Okay, now, could you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself in sort of explaining why you joined historic workshops in the first place, please?
Yep, so I'm a professional reenactor that portrays Henry VIII, and one of the things that I didn't really have was schoolwork, and I absolutely love dressing up as Henry VIII and different historical characters. So when historic workshops were hiring, I didn't even think twice about applying. I just clicked on the application, sent an email, and did my interview as Henry VIII in Morrison's Caff, and they gave me the job, and it's just amazing.
Okay, so if we go back in time, in terms of your reenactment of characters, what led you there in the first place? Have you always been interested in acting?
So it's not so much the acting part of it, it's the passion I have for history, and it's been a passion that I've had since a child. And I bought an outfit, Henry VIII outfit, which something that I already really wanted, and posted it on social media, and so many people told me to dress up as Henry VIII at castles and stuff, and that's what I decided to do. And ever since then, I've just grown myself into what I am now, and obviously landed myself a job with historic workshops.
So not only have you been working with children, if you like, you've been working with the public as well as
Yes,
Henry
yes.
VIII. Whoa. Now, we can see that you are Henry VIII. What other characters have you found yourself portraying for historic workshops?
Characters for historic workshops. So obviously the main one is me as Henry VIII. Then we have the Victorian schoolmaster, Master Hughes. Then we have the Maya High Chief and Priest, Itza, for Chichen Itza. Then we have the Anglo-Saxon Elderman, Ethelwulf. The Egyptian scribe, Hanifa, and Ugg the Caveman.
Right. Now, not only do you dress up as those characters, but do you use different sorts of artifacts according to the period of time as well? And could you tell us something about them?
So with the workshops, how they laid out, so we do like an artifact investigation session, and we give the children artifacts from their relevant period. So if we're talking about the Egyptian workshop, I have a vast amount of Egyptian artifacts. Most of them are museum replicas, so they look just like the original artifact, and we allow the children to come and handle them, so they've not only got a visual aspect of history, but they've also got that hands-on as well.
Does anything stand out? For instance, Stone Age, what sort of artifacts do you to bring to the children's notice in for the Stone Age?
So for the Stone Age, we'll have a various amount of bones, like real animal bones, real animal fur. We've also got Stone Age tools and weapons, such as a spear or an axe.
I bet the children are fascinated by that. What about King Henry VIII himself? What sort of artifacts come in that time period?
So with Henry VIII, I have a replication of King Henry VIII's crown that I bring, his throne and footstool. Then we've got the weapons side of things and the military. So we've got long swords, Then we've got different various weapons and suits, plates of armor, and a few portraits of Henry VIII as well.
Hmm. So, I mean, that's an awful lot of stuff to carry about. I should think you've got boxes and boxes to carry into schools. Is that right?
Yeah, my car's always filled up with boxes, but the more I can pack in my car, the happier I am because it's more that I can offer the children.
Yeah, more props, if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the historic workshops are divided into lots of different time periods. And you've already said that you're enacting quite a few of the characters within those time periods.
Hmm.
Your favourite characters?
So, in terms of like workshop, the Stone Age workshop is my absolute favourite. That is just an incredible workshop, so fun to do as well, because I get to act like a prehistoric man. But in terms of characters, Henry VIII is my all-time favourite character.
Right. Yes. A good answer. I'm trying to envisage you all dressed up as a Stone Age man. What sort of sounds do you make as a Stone Age man? Do you talk at all?
So, for like our introduction, I do not talk at all. So I will make noises and grunts and growls and snarls. And if the children start laughing, I will start imitating their laughter because, learning how to laugh. Or if they start clapping, I'll, look at my hands really, really surprised and imitate a clap.
In a very awkward sort of way.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned Henry VIII. Does he? Do you say anything on his behalf?
So when I portray Henry VIII, I portray Henry VIII. So my persona, the way I carry myself, and my voice and language changes to fit that role.
Fine.
Um,
I mean, do any phrases or words come to mind when you're?
yes. So I will say if someone's questioning my authority, I'll tell them that I am God's appointed minister and vicar on earth.
Right. Yes. Yes. That's a good one. Yes. That's all even off with his head. Yes. Good. Okay. Now, all these historic figures going into the school, what's your observation? Do you really think that children learn when history is brought to alive in this way?
Absolutely. I mean, anybody can get a PowerPoint and try and teach children about a particular historical period on a
Mm.
PowerPoint. But to get the children really, really invested in it, bringing it to life, dressing up as a character, and making them believe that you are from that period, gets them so invested and so engaged. It's immersive for them, and absolutely, it brings it to life for them. And you see so many children, develop an interest in history. I've had children say like, "This is the best day ever." I had one child when I was doing the Egyptian workshop. She believed that I was from Egypt. She loved it that much. She wanted to come back to Egypt with me.
She obviously well and truly believed the character. Very, very, very good. And talking of which, can you think of any funny or strange incident that happened to you while you've been working in the school?
Yep. So I was at one school and I was doing an archery session with the children for the Stone Age, and me being a caveman walked into the crossfire of the line of fire, and I got shot by an arrow.
Oh dear! Oh crikey! And what was your reaction when you got shot by an arrow?
I dropped the other arrows that were in my hand, flopped on the floor, and died.
Well, of course you did. What
And
was the children's reaction?
some children just were absolutely gobsmacked, and the other children were just laughing their heads off. They thought it was hilarious the way I just flopped on the floor.
Yeah, yeah. That is a really strange incident, isn't it? So, is there anything else you can tell us about historic workshops you'd like to there maybe something new in the air?
Leigh and we've just developed a brand new workshop, the Kings and Queens workshop, where I will deliver it as Henry VIII, and we will teach the children about the kings and queens, chronological order as well.
Yeah, yeah, good. That sounds really, really, really interesting. So that's something in the future, and obviously, been with historic workshops a short period of time, but you clearly enjoy the experience. Well, David, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. And I hope that whoever watches this enjoys the way you dressed up. And I hope with the link I put at the bottom of the screen, they'll go to the website and book in for their school. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Cheers.